steep, rugged, and beautifully intimidating. The mountains of west central Idaho are no place for the faint of heart. Deep canyons choke on thick timber and drown in spring-fed creeks. We came here with high hopes of connecting with one of Idaho's most prolific wilderness inhabitants, the black bear. Glassing wide open spaces for Ursus americanus can be moderately productive, but the best odds of seeing bears come with long, patient hours sitting in front of bait sites, hoping to catch one making a mistake. And in this game, hope is perhaps even more important than preparation. Day 1. The silence out here is haunting. It creeps into my thoughts and my mind begins to wander. I need to stay focused. These bears, they move like shadows, and I know I could see one at any moment. But at the same time, I realize I'm just a guest in this forest, and I do not have the upper hand. Patience will only get me so far. The rest is up to Mother Nature. The storm that was looming on the horizon has now closed in. Bear activity for hunters in our camp has come to a screeching halt. But this is pure, this is raw, and this is the reality of hunting. There are many who don't understand why we do this or what it's all really about. That answer is ages old, and it runs so much deeper than taking an animal's life. You see, there's a hunger that burns within us. In this case, on this hunt, feeding the hunger means spending time in country that's larger than life. It means standing up blindly to its challenges and reminding ourselves of why it's our duty to be stewards of this land.
Well, it's the third day of our hunt, and we're out here in the wilderness of Idaho, deep in the bush, probably about 5 miles from the nearest path, in this little carved out canyon, and the weather is absolutely miserable. The whole hunt has been really difficult. Bears don't generally move that much when it's raining and windy, and lo and behold, we've had a lot of wind and rain. And now here we are tucked back here soaking wet because I forgot to check Scout Look weather before I left, and I didn't bring the right gear, so now we're just gonna have to stick it out.
The Sportsmen's Alliance has been around for 40 years. We started in 1978 protecting trapping in Ohio, and soon we moved to other states helping protect hunting, fishing, and trapping. And whether it's in the courts, in the legislatures, or at the ballot box, the Sportsmen's Alliance and the industry as a whole, we have to win every single battle. The animal rights movement only has to win once to take it away from us. We're here in Idaho with Josh and the guys from The Hunger. We're hunting over bait. The animal rights movement would love everybody to think that this is a slam dunk tactic. It's anything but. It's been cold, tough weather, a full moon, and we've seen 3 bears in 3 days between 7 hunters. Even in a place such as Idaho that has perfect habitat and lots of bears, you're not going to see them. It's not a slam dunk. It's still tough hunting and long hours on the stand.
We're about to lose shooting light in about 10 minutes. This is the longest I've ever sat being this cold and this wet. It kind of makes you wonder why you're out here. But hopefully I'll remember why we're out here at some point, because at this moment, it ain't feeling too good.
This hunt was over. I returned to a warm, dry camp. And like always, I remembered exactly why I had been out there. To feel the wild and untamed freedom that we're so fortunate to have beyond the security of four walls and a roof. My fear of losing hunting goes far beyond selfish desires. It's not about losing the ability to hunt as an activity, to kill for reward, or even put meat in the freezer. It's about losing an entire community who understands the vulnerabilities of our natural resources better than anyone else. We live it, we breathe it, and we eat it. Hey man.
Hey, what you smoking?
Well, this would be your black bear, and should be just about done actually. Probably take it off now.